Most solar systems out there don't underperform because of bad weather. They lose power because of intentional design decisions. One of the most common practices in the solar industry is oversizing. This is when an installer pairs a large DC solar array with an AC inverter that has a lower capacity rating, with the specific aim of boosting the total daily energy yield. This chart models an oversized system. A standard 12-hour production curve rises, but instead of peaking, hits a ceiling and plateaus into a flat top. The industry explanation is straightforward. Any power produced above the inverter's maximum rating is simply lost. But accepting that explanation ignores the physical reality of electrical engineering. It obscures exactly where that energy goes and the thermal stress placed on your hardware. To calculate the true cost of clipping, we have to throw out the simplified graph and look at the exact physics happening inside the machine. This diagram shows the system architecture. Clipping occurs when DC input exceeds the inverter's maximum capacity. Total DC power is panel-rated power multiplied by real-world irradiance. But the AC output side is rigid and cannot exceed its rated capacity. Let's apply this to a real-world configuration. Imagine a system featuring a 6,500-watt solar array wired into a 5,000-watt inverter. As the sun reaches its peak at midday, the irradiance factor maxes out. Subtracting the 5,000-watt output limit from the 6,500-watt input reveals a precise bottleneck. We have 1,500 watts of clipped power. That 1,500 watts of electrical energy is instantly rejected by the system. How does a solid-state machine actually prevent 1,500 watts of excess electricity from forcing its way through the circuits? The power doesn't passively disappear. The inverter must actively intervene to protect itself from catastrophic overload. Excess solar power does not simply bounce off a full inverter. The component managing this limit is the MPPT controller. Normally, its only job is to constantly adjust variables to extract maximum power from your panels. This process is governed by a fundamental equation: power equals voltage times current. The exact second the inverter hits that 5,000-watt maximum output threshold, the MPPT immediately alters its behavior. It keeps the voltage relatively stable, maintaining it within the standard operating range. Instead, the MPPT intentionally forces incoming electrical current downward. By artificially choking current, total power is strictly capped. This mechanism is known as active current clamping. The solar panels are fully capable of producing that extra 1,500 watts. They have the sunlight to do it. The MPPT intentionally holds them back. Clipping is an aggressive throttle applied by the hardware. It is an active solid-state intervention. We can measure the precise impact of this constant throttling by looking at cumulative daily generation. This graph highlights the formula for calculating total energy waste. Energy loss equals your clipped power multiplied by time. Let's simulate a 2-hour window of peak midday irradiance where the system hits maximum throttle. Multiplying our 1,500 clipped watts by those 2 hours yields 3,000 watt-hours. That method translates to 3 kilowatt-hours of potential energy permanently lost every single day. Unless you are operating a hybrid setup that actively routes this excess DC power directly to battery storage, that energy is completely unrecoverable. The financial reality is clear. You paid for the hardware to generate 6,500 watts, but your system is physically restricted to utilizing 5,000 watts of daily peak generation. When clipping goes unchecked, a system stops being mathematically optimized and begins actively throwing away your usable capital investment. Beyond the lost kilowatt hours, this sustained daily clipping results in severe physical degradation deep inside the actual hardware. Continuous current limiting has physical consequences. Resisting electrical flow generates immediate and sustained internal heat. For the entire 2-hour peak window, localized heating places severe thermal stress on the solid-state components inside the enclosure. This forces a state of thermal derating. The inverter detects the internal temperature spike and reduces its operating efficiency further just to survive the heat. Operating continuously at the thermal ceiling accelerates component degradation. It severely reduces the lifespan of the inverter. There are also strict overcurrent risks if you oversize an array without properly calculating the MPPT current limits. Excessive DC input strains the cable ampacity, which can compromise the physical integrity of your system's wiring. Excessive oversizing shifts the system from a predictable efficiency trade-off to a configuration that risks localized overheating and accelerated component failure. Clipping is a measurable active intervention with strict thermal consequences. But despite the hardware stress, clipping is not inherently bad when the parameters are tightly controlled. In these comparative charts, slight oversizing on the left boosts generation during morning and evening hours, offsetting minimal midday losses. But excessive oversizing on the right is a design failure. It guarantees continuous midday clipping, wastes unused panel capacity, and causes unnecessary thermal stress. Safe system architecture relies on aligning your real-world irradiance expectations with the manufacturer's MPPT current limits and the inverter's thermal capacity. Premium solar engineering requires looking past simplified production models to design for the hard solid-state realities of the inverter.